Whoever said it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game, never met these wrestlers. Here's the deal on the next Ultimate Muscle. He's good, he's bad, he's ugly, and he's 100% pure evil. Ricardo is on the verge of defeating Kid Muscle when Kid gets a call from a psychic friend. Will Jaeger make a connection, or will Ricardo reverse the charges? Find out on an all-new Ultimate Muscle later this morning, only in the FoxBox. On the next all-new Ultimate Muscle, the end of the match between Kevin Mask and Travinsky could also be the end of Meat.
Meat! Say something!
Find out why on an all-new Ultimate Muscle later this morning. On an all-new Cubic. What's gotten into the robots of Bubbletown?
He's flipped out.
Dr. K's Kilobot.
He can copy the power of any robot.
And when Kilobot takes control of a powerful robot, he turns it against Cubic. Can Cubic fight off the many faces of evil? Or will he fall under Kilobot's control? Catch an all-new Cubics kicking off the FoxBox next week. On the next Cubics.
Oh no! It's heading right for Bubbletown.
A hurricane threatens to destroy Bubbletown, and only one robot can stop it. Celsius. But when Dr. K gets wind of this barometric marvel,
Go and take care of that pest.
he calls in Kilobot to steal its thunder. Can Cubics weather the storm and save Celsius? Or will Kilobot rain on his parade? Catch Cubics kicking off the FoxBox next week.
Next, all new Crab Twins. An evil force arrives in Soap City that no one can resist.
I'm afraid Wayne has fallen prey to the new candy cult, Fuse Bombers.
On an all new Crab Twins next week.
Your brother is a very sick little guy indeed.
Tell me something I don't know.
On the next all-new F-Zero GP Legend, Rick finds himself locked in a high-speed struggle that forces him to make a dangerous decision. Captain Falcon's encounter with a mischievous young hacker triggers a fatal flashback. And a personal appearance turns into a personal nightmare for one unlucky racer. Next week on an all-new F-Zero GP Legend.
On the next all-new Kirby, Dreamland is invaded. Your reign is through, King Dee Dum. And for the first time in history, Kirby is outmatched. It's a chilling new Kirby right back at ya next week.
On the next all-new Winx Club.
This is it! The Althea Magical Reality Chamber.
A visit to a virtual realm leads to a battle between Bloom and the witches. Will Bloom meet her doom? Find out on an all-new Winx Club next week. On the next all-new Winx Club, Bloom battles it out with Princess Diaspro to win Brandon's heart. You're finished! You're the one who's finished! No, I'm just getting started. Oh, yeah? Find out what happens next week on an all-new Winx Club.
Yeah! On the next piece of One Piece. Why does Luffy pick a fight with Kobe? And does Morgan make sure no one leaves Naval Island in one piece?
Those who defy us will feel the blades of our cutlasses.
Get him! Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece and find out. Coming up next. On the next piece of One Piece, it's the final showdown you've been waiting for. Koro versus Monkey D. Only one of these pirate captains can win. Who's got the better move? Is it Koro's cat out of the bag or Luffy's Gum Gum Bell? Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece and find out. Coming up next.
Next, all-new Shaman King.
Uncle N, we meet at last.
It's the final showdown with his Uncle N. Will Len be destroyed by this vicious family feud? Later this morning on an all-new Shaman King. On an all-new Shaman King, Yo and the gang attempt a risky search to find Millie.
Let me go! Let me go! Let me go!
But their adventure takes a turn for the worse. Don't miss an all-new Shaman King next week.
On the next all-new Ninja Turtles, war rages in the streets with the Turtles caught in the crossfire.
No! Raph!
We are going to rule this city!
And a new foot faction rises to power.
I am here to restore order to the cult, with or without your leader.
Don't miss City at War Part 2 on an all-new Ninja Turtles next week. On the next all-new Ninja Turtles.
A multi-dimensional wound that will destroy all it touches.
It shall perish with honor.
Now to fulfill my destiny.
Don't miss an all-new Ninja Turtles. Coming up next, only in the FoxBox. Go toe-to-toe in a match where only one will stand and one will fall. Don't miss Ninja Turtles next week.
On the next all-new Sonic X.
Holy cow!
Sonic and Knuckles try to free Chris from the clutches of chaos.
Ready, Knuckles?
Shovel claw! While Tails has to go it alone to defuse a bomb. Can he do it?
I'll give it my best shot. Here goes.
Don't miss an all-new Sonic X next week.
On the next all-new Sonic X.
You, Mr. President, are my hostage.
Eggman overthrows the government and wages all-out war on Sonic. Can Sonic pull the plug on Eggman's rise to power? Don't miss an all-new Sonic X next week.
On the next all-new F-Zero GP Legend, two bizarre lifeforms try to put the squeeze on Rick Wheeler in a winner-take-all game of cat and mouse. A sinister sorcerer casts a spell that threatens the future of the task force. And a mysterious girl stirs up old wounds and new dangers. Next week on an all-new F-Zero GP Legend. On the next all-new Crank Twins.
Friends, there is a monster in our midst.
And they call him Count Crampula.
You'll never catch me, flap faces.
Who'll put a stop to this Transylvanian terror?
Vampires everywhere! I need blood.
Sink your teeth into an all-new Cramp Twins, kicking off the FoxBox next week.
Flame Cramp, get down from those coat hooks, too sweet.
On the next piece of One Piece, has Luffy gone berserk?
Whose side are you on?
And what about Kabaji the Acrobat?
No!
Has Zolo finally met his match? Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece and find out next week.
On the next all-new Shaman King, Trey has a brush with Mother Nature.
If you insist on attacking those guys, then you're gonna have to go through me first.
But will he save the day?
Ice Quake!
Enemies abound.
Stay away!
Trey fights back on an all-new Shaman King next week. On an all-new Shaman King, a dangerous young shaman out to avenge his family's destruction. Will Yo get caught in his crossfire?
Your precious master Yo is finished.
Find out on an all-new Shaman King next week.
On the next all-new Ninja Turtles, it's brother against brother. Mikey and Raph go toe-to-toe in a match where only one will stand and one will fall. Don't miss an all-new Ninja Turtles next week. On the next all-new Ninja Turtles.
I give you the Turtle Tunneler. The crystal moon was the only thing keeping our friends from turning back into monsters.
Don't worry, Mikey. It's gonna be a piece of cake.
Yeah, except we're the cake. Him and his big ideas.
Come on, guys. Let's go down to the underground city. We'll have some laughs. We'll get eaten.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
An all-new episode right now.
On the next all-new Sonic X.
There's a Chaos Emerald somewhere around here.
That's no ordinary emerald.
What's going on?
It's Chaos Emerald number 6, a source of unlimited power.
I found it.
And it's attracting a lot of attention.
Let's go!
Hand over that Chaos Emerald!
Who'll take control of this powerful gem? Find out on an all-new Sonic X right now.
Hand it back, Eggman.
No way, it's mine now!
When Pandora's box is opened, pandemonium ensues.
The whole town's gone berserk.
Can Martin and the gang contain the chaos? Or will they get trapped in the turmoil? An all-new Martin mystery coming up next.
On the next Sonic X, meet Rouge the Bat, a world-class jewel thief who's got her eye on the Chaos Emeralds. But is this high-flying bat burglar any match for Eggman? Find out on Sonic X later this morning.
On the next piece of One Piece. Why does Luffy pick a fight with Kobe? And does Morgan make sure no one leaves Naval Island in one piece? Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece and find out. Coming up next. On the next all-new Ninja Turtles.
A multi-dimensional wound that will destroy all it touches. Now, to fulfill my destiny.
Don't miss an all-new Ninja Turtles later this morning.
Inhabitants of this planet, you are now under my command. Surrender to us or face annihilation.
Space Invaders, Part 1. An all-new Ninja Turtles you can only see on the FoxBox. Coming up next.
On the next all-new Shaman King, Zeke is sending a flood to Yo and the gang. But they may not survive
Everyone get to higher ground now!
this force of nature. An all-new Shaman King later this morning.
On the next all-new Kirby, right back at ya. Oh, it's big, it's alive, and it's hungry. Run for your life. Don't miss the beginning of this all-new two-part adventure. Coming up next.
On the next all-new Shaman King, Zeke is sending a flood to Yo and the gang. But they may not survive
Everyone get to higher ground now!
this force of nature. An all-new Shaman King later this morning.
On